All right, Donald Trump had quite the day today, and you and I are going to go through it together, react to it, talk about it, and it's going to be a good time. I promise it's going to be a good time because things are not going well for Donald Trump. He starts out outside the White House talking to reporters about him and Elon Musk feuding. Elon Musk saying he's going to start this new political party after Donald Trump passed his disastrous spending bill. So Donald Trump starting his day off hot, threatening Elon Musk, already upset. He then gets on Air Force One to go to Alligator Alcatraz, as it's being called. There's so many layers to that. The cruelty, the stupidity, the just, oh my effing God, I can't believe this is where we're at in American history. And so Donald Trump gets there and he gives these press conferences where he just sounds awful, cognitively declining, talking about groceries and water. It's very bizarre. Then he gets back on Air Force One and talks to reporters and is going off about how great he is, how high his IQ is. People love him. It's a mess. And we're going to watch it together and have a good time. Once again, my name's Chris Mowrey, filling in for Adam Mockler on the Adam Mockler channel. If you enjoy this type of content, the link to my YouTube channel is in the description down below. Because of you guys, we just hit 50,000 subscribers, and I love you so much. I appreciate it. On this channel, we're trying to build something big to punch back against what I call MAGA media, moving into 2026, 2028, and beyond. MAGA media, this Republican machine that lost us in a lot of ways, the 2024 election. They are very good at social media, and Adam and I on this channel are trying to uplift Gen Z voices and fight against that. So if you want to join this community, all you have to do is click subscribe down below. I appreciate you so much. All right, let's get into it. Let's start Donald Trump's day out here on the White House. Take a listen to what he has to say about Elon Musk.
The rest. We got a lot of hostages back, but we're going to talk about that. I don't know. I think we'll have to take a look. We might have to put Doge on Elon. You know what Doge is? Doge is the monster that might have to go back and eat Elon. Wouldn't that be terrible? He gets a lot of subsidies, Peter. But Elon's very upset that the EV mandate is going to be terminated. And you know what? When you look at it, not everybody wants an electric car. I don't want an electric car. I want to have maybe gasoline, maybe electric, maybe a hybrid, maybe someday a hydrogen. If you have a hydrogen car, it has one problem, it blows up, you know? So I'm going to give that one to Peter. I'm going to let Peter test it out.
First of all, I can't believe more people don't talk about the fact that he's slurring his words. He's rambling even worse than he already normally does. It's not good. But also, if you are a Trump supporter in this, like, it should be so distressing to you. Also, something that no one seems to talk about, that Donald Trump is using the tools of government to always go after people he doesn't like. We talk about this all the time. This time, it's just maybe more clear to Trump supporters because he's talking about using the government to go after Elon Musk, talking about deporting him, talking about Doge is going to take away his subsidies, all because now they're feuding. It's like, what is going on? Donald Trump seeming, clearly upset and not happy. Also, as Elon Musk vows to back Donald Trump's nemesis, Thomas Massie being someone who talked outwardly against the Iranian strikes, didn't vote for Donald Trump's big, beautiful bill, someone that Donald Trump talks about later today in these clips. But Elon Musk promising to donate to Thomas Massie's re-election campaign, as Donald Trump saying that he's going to primary Massie. So things getting very heated here. We'll see if Elon Musk starts a new political party like he claimed. So we go to the next clip where Donald Trump is hosting an immigration roundtable at the detention facility. Let's take a look. Is he talking about immigration?
It was when I first came in. We lowered the cost of groceries. A simple word like that, groceries, it was like almost a strange word. I hadn't heard the word in so long, but what could be more beautiful than the word grocery? And we have the prices way down. We have the energy way down. Energy brought the groceries down, if you want to know the truth. And, so we think we're going to get it lower, and we're going to fill up the it's called the Strategic National Reserves. I had it topped out, and this guy would use them every time before the election. He'd use them whenever they had an election. It was artificial. But believe it or not, as big as that are hundreds of millions of barrels of oil, all filled up at low prices. But it was
Donald Trump is not doing well. What is he talking about there? Groceries? What a beautiful word, groceries. We've heard him, go on a rant like this before, and also just like outwardly lying about the reality of inflation, where it's now slightly ticked up. Core inflation has slightly risen, and the Fed saying more is to come because of Donald Trump's tariff. Somebody on Twitter actually asking Twitter's AI, on a scale of 1 to brain fog, how concerning is it that the man wants to control immigration policy but finds grocery strange and poetic, as he said in the clip. And Grok responding, Twitter's AI, on a scale of 1 to brain fog, Trump's odd remarks about grocery raise moderate concern, perhaps a 4. Some experts note his speech patterns, like rambling or fixating on words, suggest cognitive decline, which could impact complex immigration policy decisions. Other argues it's just his style. Well, I argue things are, regardless, maybe it's a combination. It's his style. I think we've all probably questioned Donald Trump's just general IQ for the last 10 years, 20 years, but also now seeming to get worse as he is almost 80 years old. So Donald Trump at the same press conference, let's see if he's going to talk about immigration.
And the people came to me from Whirlpool. They said, we can't make a machine that's competitive. We can't make a machine anymore. It doesn't work. Why? They don't let us use water. Do you have any problems with water? No, we have so much we don't know what to do with it. You know, it comes down from heaven, right? And I approved all of that, the washing machines, the whole thing.
Okay, so Donald Trump still not talking about immigration, but talking about water. You see the Fox News headline, I unleash water by removing regulations. And he's gone on rants like this before, also just so incredibly dumb, stupid, makes no sense. He always says we have enough water, water falls from the sky. That's not how that works, actually. The West Coast, places like Nevada, Arizona, California have been saying for years that they are running out of water and have been paying lawyers, tons of lawyers, $500, $600, $900 an hour as all of these states engage in legal battles with each other over the last, like I said, 10 or 20 years about who owns what water because they all are running out of it. I'm from the state of Georgia. Georgia, Tennessee, Florida, Alabama have all been engaging in what's called water wars as they all hire attorneys to fight over who owns the water because everybody's running out of water, clean drinking water. So Trump, that is just not how the F this works. I don't know what else to say. It's so stupid. So he goes to this press conference. He walks around the facility. It's a disaster, of course, because what the hell is he doing? And then he gets on Air Force One and talks to more reporters. So let's take a listen.
I don't think he's a very smart guy. Good education, but that's about it.
I just want to should have asked, to what degree are you trying to make an example out of him?
I don't care about it. I don't think about him. I mean, you know, when I oppose somebody, and for some reason the voters, almost always, they seem to go along with me because they know I'm working hard. I have a nice high IQ. They like that, you know. We like high IQ people. But they know I make good decisions. That's why we have that. Trump was right about everything, right? But, you know, I don't like guys like, they just keep saying, no, I vote no, I vote no. There's nothing. Let him do something. Let him get what he wants to vote yes. But if you look at his voting record, it's always against.
In that clip, he's talking about Thomas Massie essentially being a low IQ individual, and everybody always sides with Trump and whoever Trump wants to win these elections, whatever Trump wants to do, because he has such a high IQ. If you're talking to MAGA friends or family, I ask them, think of the smartest person you've ever met in your life. I don't know who that may be. Maybe your mom, your dad, your grandma, your sister. I don't know. But think of that person. Have they ever looked at you and been like, I have a really high IQ. I'm the smartest. No, they haven't. And I'm going to let you sit on that thought. So Donald Trump, again, just projecting. It's all about him. Everything's about him. I'm so smart. I lowered all the prices. America is doing great. Just lying out of his teeth about the facts. And this is actually also interesting in relation to this, that we just recently learned that Trump demanded an IQ brain scan after the attempt on his life. President Donald Trump demanded doctors scan his brain in the aftermath of his assassination attempt after believing it functioned similarly to an IQ test. This is reporting a snippet from a book that's about to come out about Donald Trump, according to the Washington Post, asking doctors for, essentially images or videos of his brain from his CT scan. And when the doctor asked why, Trump merely responded that he felt he needed one. He demanded to see the film from the procedure. And when the doctor told him that wasn't done anymore and offered him a written report instead, Trump doubled down. Quote, I want the film, he repeated, and dismissed the doctor. When somebody asked him why he was so desperate for the image, he said, quote, "It's like an IQ test," Trump responded. "They tell you that your brain is good, so I just want to have that." Okay, yeah, so Donald Trump's obsessed with convincing other people that he's super intelligent. I think we all know that Donald Trump is not super intelligent, and these things are weighing on him. All of the press, the negative press he's getting over his, quote, big, beautiful bill, Republicans turning their back on him, Elon Musk turning his back on Trump. It's getting to Trump. And he's also just cognitively declining in general. We all see this compared to where he was 5 years ago, 10 years ago, whatever. So we go on still talking about Thomas Massie here. Let's take a listen.
Get his voting record, so is against. Well, he's going to have an opponent. He's going to have a big opponent, a good opponent, who's going to win. A poll just came out, and it showed anybody I endorse against Massie loses by 25 points. So he's going to be history, I think.
So first of all, that poll does not exist, obviously. But second of all, you notice a theme here going through almost Donald Trump's entire day now. It's all about him. When is he talking about us? When is he talking about what's going on for the American people? Never. Everything is about him all the time. I did this when he didn't actually do it. I make the smartest decisions. I'm the smartest. Thomas Massie went against me. Well, he sucks, and his opponent's going to blow him out by 30 because I said so. It's like, oh my God, he doesn't work for anybody but himself. And he's losing it. If I was a reporter on this plane, I'd be like, what is going on? What is going on? So we go to the next clip. You see Caroline Levitt behind Donald Trump here listening. Take a look at her facial expressions when Donald Trump is speaking.
No inflation. Our country's strong. Our interest rate should be 3 points lower. If our interest rate was 3 points lower, that's almost $1 trillion in cost. And it's done just by the signing of a pen. But we have a moron at the head of the Fed. He's a moron.
Speaking of J. Powell, do you have a top choice?
I do. I have 2 or 3 top choices, actually. No. You almost got me there. No.
I got to be honest, and I don't know if anyone else shares this. You can let me know in the comments down below. But like, I can feel off of Caroline Levitt. And this is common with whoever is standing next to Trump when he's speaking. It's like, please, God, stop speaking. Please step away from the reporters. Please do not answer another question. It's like she's just staring him down. He says something bizarre. She kind of looks down and just staring, like, please, God, please don't make my job harder. Insanity. Just insanity. And Donald Trump in this clip raging against the Fed chair, saying he's a moron and if he would just cut rates. Again, trying to use the tools of government as political pawns. Like, the Fed has made it clear that inflation is rising. It is going to get worse because of Donald Trump's tariffs. Somebody has to pay the tariffs. And that's just not politically advantageous to Trump. So he's just like, oh, the Fed chair is a moron. The Fed chair is a moron. Joking or suggesting he could fire the Fed chair and then he needs to make a different decision. It's just not how our government's supposed to work. And it's all about Trump, not about anybody else. So we go to the last clip here, also with Caroline Levitt in the back, talking about this new opportunity that is opened for Democrats in North Carolina. Because in North Carolina, we saw Thom Tillis resign, suddenly announce his retirement. Excuse me, not resign, suddenly announce his retirement. And so now there's a big opportunity to flip a seat in North Carolina. Let's see what Donald Trump has to say about it.
I think the Senate was a very big move, and they worked very hard. I didn't get along with Tillis, and he resigned. That's good. That's a good thing.
Run for that seat, sir. How tell us the seat?
Well, somebody that would really be great is Laura. She grew up there, but they live in Florida. They have a very good life, and they're great people. She did fantastically running the RNC. She's even got a show it's like the #1 show, and Mark Levin is likewise. I mean, they have the #1, #2 show over the weekend. So she's done well. She's a great person, Laura Trump. I mean, that would always be my first choice, but she doesn't live there now. But she's there all the time. Her parents are there. She really knows North Carolina.
Okay, I don't think we need to listen to the last 30 seconds of Donald Trump. I think you can guess that he's going to continue to rant about Laura Trump and all of the great things that she's accomplished and how she lives in Florida, but maybe she could run for the Senate seat in North Carolina. Laura Trump. I mean, what is going on? This guy is losing his mind. He's losing it. And I promise you, if Laura Trump runs for that seat, she will get crushed. She will get crushed in North Carolina. And if you're in North Carolina, remember, we really do have a big opportunity coming up in 2026, so make sure you're registered to vote. I believe in you. Now listen, I appreciate you sticking with me through this whole video. If you made it this far, leave a comment down below. Maybe a little blue heart to let me know you watched the whole thing. I appreciate it so much. Once again, my name is Chris Mowrey, filling in for Adam Mockler on the Adam Mockler channel. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, click subscribe, and the link to my YouTube channel will be in the description down below. You guys are the best. I hope you have a great rest of your week, and I will see you in the next video.